Have you ever wondered if any of the behaviors you've formed over the years are subtly lowering your quality of life? As we get older, many behaviors that seemed harmless in the past may deplete our energy, impair our relationships, and prevent us from living fully. But what if I told you that changing just a handful of these habits might greatly improve your emotional well-being, health, and even happiness? In today's video, we highlight 7 key things you should quit doing right now to regain control of your life. Each of these behaviors may be holding you back in ways you never anticipated. From how we connect with others to how we perceive our physical and emotional health, these 7 points will help you make the most of your golden years. Stay with us until the finish. Because quitting these behaviors now will not only add years to your life, but also additional life to your years, full of wisdom, autonomy, and genuine fulfillment. Whether it's reclaiming your voice, reconnecting with those around you, or rediscovering the joy of life's basic pleasures, each step we take will help you uncover a deeper, more fulfilling future. Don't miss out. Your finest years might still be ahead of you. If you are not already subscribed, I recommend doing so and using the notification bell to ensure you do not miss any videos. Your support is greatly appreciated, and if you enjoyed this video, please like and share it to help me continue spreading these essential lessons. Now let us begin. Prepare yourself because what you're about to hear may change everything. We're going to get deep into the 7 things you should stop doing right now. These behaviors, which are frequently unknowingly performed, are gradually but steadily draining your vitality, robbing your tranquility, and most sadly, separating you from a life of true fulfillment and happiness. This is more than just making minor changes. It's about regaining control of your life, emotions, and future. It's time to quit going through the motions and start living intentionally. The first thing you should stop doing right now is accepting anything people say without inquiry. Think about it. How frequently do you find yourself nodding in agreement to avoid conflict? How often do you suppress your thoughts and feelings because you don't want to rock the boat? It happens to many of us, especially as we age. We've been taught at some point that keeping the peace is remaining silent, agreeing with others, and not causing a scene. But here's the unpleasant truth. Every time you agree to something you don't truly believe in, every time you say yes when your heart says no, you're undermining your self-esteem. You're gradually losing a bit of yourself until one day you wake up and don't recognize yourself. You may believe that going along with others is a means to avoid unnecessary drama or stress, but in reality, you are losing something far more valuable, your voice. When you stop asking questions and speaking up for your beliefs, you're letting others determine how you should live. You are giving them the authority to make decisions for you, whether they know it or not. And that is a long and painful way to lose your autonomy, your sense of self. I've seen it time and again. People believe that as they age, their ideas and decisions become less important. But this is far from the truth. Your knowledge and expertise gained over the years are invaluable. They provide a unique viewpoint and depth of understanding that younger generations lack. Why should you, of all others, mute yourself when you have a lifetime of teachings within you? Consider all the times you wanted to say something but didn't, when you disagreed but chose to remain silent to maintain the peace. The truth is that by doing so, you are not only maintaining peace with others, but also losing peace with yourself. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to be able to direct your own life. Don't let anyone make you feel like your voice is unimportant. It is more important than ever since it stems from extensive experience and hard-earned expertise. When you stop questioning and begin to agree with others mindlessly, you lose your ability to defend yourself and make autonomous decisions. Over time, this can lead to emotions of helplessness, as if life is happening to you rather than for you. It's time to break the cycle. It's time to reclaim your voice, trust your judgment, and base your decisions on your values and beliefs, rather than those of others. The second thing you should avoid is social isolation. As we become older, the urge to retreat might seem overwhelming. It may seem easier to stay at home, avoid social occasions, and gradually let connections dissolve. The energy required to maintain relationships or meet new people can be taxing. But here's the sad reality. Isolation is a thief. It robs you of connection, joy, and the essence of being alive. Loneliness is both an emotional and physical feeling. According to studies, prolonged isolation can cause major health problems, such as increased risk of heart disease, depression, and even cognitive loss. The human brain is wired to connect. We are social beings designed to share our lives with others, exchange ideas, laugh, weep, and feel together. When you isolate yourself from the world, you are doing more than merely avoiding social pain. You are starving your mind and body of the nutrients they require to thrive. I understand how easy it may be to retreat, especially when your energy levels are low or you don't feel as connected to others as you once did. But the truth is, you have so much to offer. Your life experiences, stories, and knowledge are valuable resources that others should hear. Don't underestimate the importance of connection, even if it's only a casual talk over coffee or a phone call with an old friend. When you isolate yourself, loneliness sets in, and loneliness is like a slow disease, degrading both your emotional and physical health. It permeates into many aspects of your life, frequently without your knowledge. At first, it's just a peaceful feeling of being alone, but with time it can develop into a profound, painful sadness, a sense that something important is missing from your life. But here's the good news. It's never too late to reconnect. It's never too late to connect with those around you, whether they're relatives, old friends, or even new people you encounter along the way. Do not wait for others to approach you. Be proactive in nurturing the relationships that make you happy. Step outside of your comfort zone, even if only a little at first. Attend the social gathering you have been dreading. Pick up the phone and call someone you haven't spoken with in a while. You'd be shocked how much better you'll feel if you allow yourself to connect again. Remember that it is not about constantly being surrounded by others. Rather, it is about having meaningful relationships that enrich your life. Connection is essential to your well-being, whether it's having a personal chat with a buddy, joining a community group, or simply being more present with those you already know. Don't let solitude take that away from you. You deserve to feel included, respected, and seen. Reach out, reconnect, and rediscover your place in the world. You might discover that the joy, tranquility, and fulfillment you've been looking for are closer than you realize. You may believe that it is more difficult to form new relationships as you get older, or that your friends have moved away, become distant, or are no longer available. Feelings of loneliness can quickly sneak in, leading you to assume that living alone is your only alternative. But this could not be further from the truth. There are still numerous methods to stay connected and rediscover the joys of human interaction. You do not have to succumb to loneliness or accept days spent alone. Whether it's through joining a neighborhood group, taking a leisure class, picking up a pastime, or simply using technology to stay in touch with loved ones across distances, the opportunities are waiting for you to seize them. Every encounter, no matter how tiny, has enormous benefits for your heart, mind, and spirit. These moments of connection, laughter, and shared experiences enrich your soul in ways you might not realize. They remind you that you are a part of something bigger, that your life still has a lot to contribute, and that you are still valued. So, if you found yourself avoiding people or skipping social activities because it feels like too much work or you're detached, it's time to stop. Human interaction is one of the fundamental secrets to aging gracefully and living a life of joy and purpose. Even in your latter years, don't let the illusory comfort of seclusion drown out the laughter, talks, and warmth that await you. You deserve it, and the world deserves to hear your tales and insights. Now, let's speak about the third thing you should quit doing: ignoring your physical health because you believe it's too late to make a difference. This thinking is one of the most hazardous and demoralizing pitfalls we fall into as we become older. It's easy to believe that because your body has gone through so much, or that you're no longer as youthful and strong as you once were, it doesn't matter anymore. Perhaps you've convinced yourself that exercising won't make a difference, that eating healthier is worthless, or that those doctor appointments you keep putting off aren't vital. But let me tell you, this could not be further from the truth. It is never too late to start caring for your body, whether you are in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s. Small planned improvements can, nonetheless, significantly improve your quality of life. Every little bit of effort counts. A little walk around the block, some mental stretches, or even simple balance exercises can significantly enhance your mobility and lower your chance of falling. These aren't just useless rituals, they're steps towards keeping your independence while also feeling stronger and more capable. Don't underestimate the importance of these simple actions of self-care. They are life-altering. What you eat has a significant impact on how you feel on a daily basis. A balanced diet rich in whole foods and enough water can give you the energy you didn't realize you needed. It can help prevent chronic diseases that become more common in later age, such as diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease. Imagine how much better your days could be if you had more energy, fewer aches and pains, and the confidence that you're providing your body with the nourishment it requires to perform optimally, even at this age. But here's the kicker: caring for your physical health affects more than just your body. It has a significant impact on your emotional well-being. When you prioritize your health, you are telling yourself that you are valuable. You're telling yourself that you still have a lot to live for and so many moments to appreciate. The better your body feels, the more alert and engaged your mind is. You will notice an increase in your self-esteem and a more optimistic view of life. You'll feel more capable, confident, and alive. Who doesn't want that? This is not about reversing time or pretending to be younger than you actually are. It is about honoring the amazing vessel that has carried you through life and treating it with the care and attention it deserves. It's about making the most of the years ahead of you by ensuring they're full of vitality, energy, and a positive attitude. When you take care of your physical health, you are investing in your future, a future in which you will be able to continue enjoying the activities, experiences, and connections that make your life meaningful. So quit telling yourself it's too late and there's no point. Every small step you take towards better health, whether it's an extra walk, a balanced meal, or a long overdue doctor's appointment, puts you closer to a life full of more joy, freedom, and time to enjoy the things that truly matter. Your health is a gift that you can continue to cultivate no matter what stage of life you are in. Do not give up on yourself now. There is so much more to discover, and you deserve to be at your best for it. The fourth thing you must stop doing is dwelling on the past and letting old memories overpower the present. It's normal to reflect on the significant events in your life, to hang on to the people you once knew, the places you've been, and the decisions that created who you are today. But here's the thing: while memories are valuable, they can also become chains, preventing you from truly enjoying the beauty and possibilities of the present. No matter how lovely they are, memories can trap you in a place that no longer exists. The tragedy is that they close your eyes to the joys, possibilities, and experiences that are yet ahead of you. As we get older, many of us believe that our finest years are behind us, and that the zest of life has departed. You may find yourself reflecting on the people you used to know, the things you wish you had done differently, or even the opportunities you missed. Regret may be a powerful force that obscures the present, making it appear less colorful in comparison to the past. But this way of thinking is quite limited, and it deprives you of the opportunity to create fresh moments of delight and fulfillment. The past is gone, and while it is necessary to remember it, it should not define the present. The truth is that we only really have the present moment. What you do with the time you have right now is more important than anything that came before. Yes, you cannot change the past. None of us can. However, you may choose how to live now. You can decide to make the most of each sunrise, conversation, and opportunity that comes your way. When you allow yourself to be caught in the past, you are effectively saying no to the future, to the lovely, undiscovered possibilities that yet await. This is not the end of the journey for you. It's a new chapter, full of options if you're willing to turn the page. You may believe that because you are older, you no longer have opportunities for adventure, excitement, or progress. However, this is an erroneous perception. No matter your age, life continues to give you gifts. You have to be willing to accept them. Every day is an opportunity for growth and delight, whether it's trying out a new activity, mastering a skill you've always been interested in, or simply reaching out to form new friendships. It's never too late to start a new story, complete with the things that offer you joy and calm. However, you must leave the past where it belongs, in your memories, and not let it dictate your present. Remember that the best is still ahead of you if you let it. Now, let's talk about the fifth thing you should avoid doing: sacrificing your own happiness and well-being for others. I understand that for many people, this behavior feels honorable, even necessary, especially if you've spent your life as a carer, putting others first because you believed it was your obligation. You may think that your worth is based on how much you can offer, how many people you can make happy, or how selflessly you can serve your family, friends, or community. But let me tell you something, and it's a harsh reality. When you consistently prioritize everyone else's demands over your own, you lose yourself in the process. Worse, the folks you're sacrificing for may not even realize how much you've given up. You've likely spent years, if not decades, caring for others, whether they were your children, grandchildren, spouse, or other family members. You've dedicated your efforts to ensuring that everyone else is safe. You've put aside your aspirations, ignored your health, and postponed your happiness, all with the hope that one day you'll be able to focus on yourself. But now that day has arrived, and it's time to realize that your happiness is just as important as everyone else's. You have earned it. Here's the ugly reality. When you constantly sacrifice yourself for others, people begin to take it for granted. They grow so accustomed to your desire to help, contribute, and put your own needs aside that they fail to recognize the enormous toll it takes on you. Worse, kids may eventually come to expect it. This is not because they don't care about you. Rather, you've taught them that your needs come second. And that is a dangerous place to be. You deserve to put yourself first, prioritize your health, and live the life you've always desired. It is not selfish to care for oneself. It is important. You can't pour from an empty cup, and after so many years of giving, your cup may be perilously close to empty. The truth is that you have every right to pursue happiness, care for your health, and spend time doing things that make you happy. Whether it means saying no more often, creating boundaries with those who rely on you, or carving out time for yourself, you must begin to prioritize yourself. You have spent your entire life providing. Now, it's time to give yourself permission to be happy. Take the trip you've always wanted to make. Spend time developing your hobbies and passions. Allow yourself to rest without feeling guilty. You are not a machine designed to serve others indefinitely. You are a human being deserving of care, love, and pleasure. And it's time to quit prioritizing everyone else's happiness over your own. Stop sacrificing yourself for others. You have done enough. Now is the time to focus some of that love, care, and attention on yourself, because you deserve a life full of joy, tranquility, and the freedom to live your life on your own terms. Please don't wait for permission. Give it to yourself today. However, as you get older, it's time to confront a challenging, if not always painful, reality. Enough of nullifying yourself only to suit others. This may sound controversial, even unsettling, but the harsh truth is that while you've spent your days sacrificing and bending over backwards to help those around you, the people to whom you've given so much may be going about their lives as usual, making no effort to reciprocate or ease your burden. Isn't this a sad realization? For years you've been the dependable carer, the one who says yes when everyone else says no. But what many people don't want to admit, and you may not want to admit, is that over time, this cycle of relentless sacrifice can create something unexpected: resentment. It begins as a whisper but grows louder as you realize the truth. After all the years you've spent helping others, after innumerable acts of kindness and care, the recognition and support you secretly hoped for have yet to arrive. The praise you deserve, the affection you've given to others, has not been returned in the way you expected. And here's the kicker. If you continue down this path of never-ending self-sacrifice, you'll not only give up your happiness, but you'll also be absolutely exhausted, both physically and emotionally. Exhaustion will creep in like a sluggish fog until you wake up and think, what about me? When will I be able to live independently? It's time to end the cycle, for your own benefit, not anyone else's. Putting yourself first is not selfish. In fact, it's the most important form of self-love you can offer. You may and should prioritize your own needs, because in the end, who will care for you if not yourself? Allow others around you to take up their tasks. Stop bearing the weight of the world on your shoulders. It is time to take care of yourself, because no one can do it better than you. Now, let's speak about the sixth thing you should avoid doing: ignoring your own physical and mental limits because you're terrified of appearing vulnerable or unable. There is a deeply held perception, particularly as we age, that acknowledging you can no longer perform some tasks means you are giving in to aging, that expressing "I can't" or "I need help" reveals some failure, as if admitting your limitations implies you're losing vitality or vigor. However, this thinking is not only false, but also harmful. Refusing to admit your limitations can be quite harmful. Trying to force yourself to do everything you used to do, whether it's lifting large objects, maintaining the same hectic pace, or disregarding the signals of emotional and physical exhaustion, is a recipe for disaster. Your body and mind are not the same as they were when you were 30, 40, or even 50 years old, which is fine. It's normal. Time passes for everyone, and ignoring this reality is one of the most serious mistakes you can make. Consider how many people you've known who pushed themselves too far, resulting in catastrophic accidents or health problems that may have been prevented. How many people refused to confess they were exhausted, in pain, or just unable to handle things on their own, and suffered the price? It happens way too often. The truth is that claiming to be indestructible is not the best way to demonstrate your strength. It's about understanding when to step back, when to seek assistance, and when to say, "I've had enough." The reality is that trying to live as if you're still in your youth, whether by physically pushing your body to its limits or avoiding emotional stress, can have catastrophic effects. Your body may be sending you signals that it's time to slow down, relax, and take better care of yourself. However, if you continue to ignore those signs, the cost may be far higher than you realize. Aging does not mean giving up. It is about adapting, evolving, and embracing the changes that occur over time. It is about honoring and caring for the body that has carried you for so many years. It's about realizing that wisdom comes from knowing your limitations, not pretending they don't exist. You can defend yourself by being aware of your physical and emotional boundaries. More than that, you give yourself the opportunity to lead a healthier, more balanced life. There is no shame in admitting that I need to take it easy because I can't do this on my own. Recognizing when it's time to slow down demonstrates wisdom and maturity. So quit trying yourself to be the person you were 20 or 30 years before. Accept who you are now, with all of the experiences, wisdom, and resilience that come with time. You've earned the right to live at your own pace, to look for yourself, and to enjoy life without continually pushing yourself. It's time to let go of the fear of appearing weak and embrace the power of understanding your limits. Admitting your limitations does not cost you anything. Rather, it allows you to live more freely and healthfully. So take a big breath, relax, and realize that your worth is not determined by your physical abilities. It's linked to the amazing person you've evolved into over the years, and no amount of slowing down will ever change that. This does not imply you should abandon your favorite activities, but it is critical that you adjust them to your present physical and mental state. Knowing your boundaries is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it demonstrates great knowledge. It takes fortitude and courage to admit that certain things may no longer be appropriate for you, and that is absolutely fine. Saying no or accepting that this is no longer for me is not a loss. It is an act of self-care, a meaningful way to honor your physical and mental well-being. Understanding and maintaining these boundaries not only prevents accidents and complications, but also allows you to focus your precious energy on the things that are genuinely important to you, the things that offer you joy and fulfillment. Now, let's move on to the 7th thing you should stop doing: avoiding sexual relationships because you believe you're too old or that they're no longer for you. This is one of the most common fallacies about old age, and it's time to dispel it once and for all. Sexuality has no expiration date, and the assumption that desire lessens as you get older is simply false. Sex and intimacy can be an important aspect of your life at any age, especially later in life. Unfortunately, many people avoid this aspect of their lives out of shame, fear, or the belief that they no longer qualify for it. But let me tell you, nothing could be further from the truth. Sexual intimacy, when approached with a healthy perspective, may still provide significant sources of pleasure, emotional connection, and physical well-being at any age. Unfortunately, social and internalized discrimination are significant impediments to many older persons accepting their sexuality. Society has conditioned us to believe that sex is just for the young, as if it is a privilege that fades or disappears with age. However, this is a lie, one that deprives so many people of a crucial and meaningful aspect of life. In actuality, intimacy can be more significant as we get older. Physical proximity becomes more valuable over time, transcending the act itself. It becomes about connection, contact, and emotional bonding, all of which are necessary for maintaining a good standard of living. Sexual closeness is more than simply physical pleasure. It's about feeling connected to someone and sharing an experience that makes you happy, warm, and comfortable. As you get older, these ingredients become even more valuable because they benefit both your body and spirit. Another factor that frequently discourages older persons from maintaining a sexual relationship is fear about performance, or the inevitable physical changes that occur with age. It is quite normal for the body to change throughout time, and these changes may influence how you perceive physical intimacy. But don't worry, these changes do not spell the end of pleasure or intimacy. On the contrary, as you get older, you gain a better awareness of what makes you happy, what you want, and how to express those wishes to your spouse. Many older persons discover that they can explore their sexuality with greater freedom and less pressure as they age. Youth's unreasonable expectations of performance, beauty, and doing things perfectly begin to fade. What remains is a more relaxed and comfortable approach to intimacy, allowing for greater fulfillment. It's no longer about impressing people or living up to others' expectations. It's about enjoying the experience, being present with your partner, and performing an act of love, trust, and connection. The goal is to adjust to your body's new reality and discover what works best for you. Perhaps things don't operate the same way they did when you were younger, but that doesn't mean you can't still have a fulfilling sexual life. It's about finding new methods to stay intimate. It's about letting go of old norms and discovering what makes you happy right now. Whether that's through increased communication with your spouse, exploring new techniques of connection, or simply enjoying the emotional aspect of intimacy, the options are limitless. The most important thing to remember is that your sexuality is your own. It is not something that fades with age. It is and will always be a part of who you are. And no matter your age, you deserve to feel love, pleasure, and connection. There is no appropriate age for intimacy, and certainly no age limit for desire. So quit believing that you've outgrown this stage of life. Accept your sexuality with the wisdom and confidence that comes with age, and you'll discover that it can still provide joy, fulfillment, and significance to your life, no matter what stage you're at. Furthermore, the benefits of sex in old age extend far beyond the immediate pleasure it brings. Research constantly reveals that having an active sexual life can improve your overall health and well-being. It's more than simply the emotional connection. The physical act of sex offers tangible, long-term advantages for both your body and mind. Studies show that regular sexual activity can improve mental health, strengthen the immune system, and lower the risk of heart disease. How awesome is that? Simply engaging in intimacy increases your body's resiliency and vigor. During sex, your body produces a lovely cocktail of hormones known as the feel-good hormones, including endorphins and oxytocin. These compounds play an important role in improving your mood, alleviating stress, and contributing to a general sense of well-being. Oxytocin, in particular, is known as the love hormone because it promotes emotions of intimacy and bonding with your spouse. This means that by avoiding sex, you may be missing out on one of your most important natural helpers in sustaining your physical and emotional health. Sexual closeness can bring calm and happiness into your daily life, giving you more energy and a more positive outlook. However, it's important to realize that there is no one-size-fits-all approach to sexuality, especially as you become older. Each person's path is unique, and there is no set guideline for what your sexual life should be like as you get older. The most crucial thing is that you're comfortable and content with your decisions. If sexual desire is still a part of your life, and it is for many people, don't allow age or societal prejudice to prevent you from experiencing it. You have the right to explore and enjoy this stage of your life as much as you did when you were younger. If you're still watching this video and finding these teachings valuable, please leave a 3 below to let me know you're still with me. If you are unsure or hesitant, take the time to gather information, talk openly with your partner, and, if necessary, speak with a healthcare expert. There are numerous services and solutions available to assist you in navigating the physical changes that may accompany aging while keeping a fulfilling and active sexual life. Remember that this is an important aspect of your identity and should continue to provide you joy, comfort, and satisfaction. Life does not stop for anyone, regardless of age, and neither do the pleasures of life, whether emotional, intellectual, or physical. As we come to the end of this lecture, it is necessary to reflect on the habits we discussed. These are behaviors that for years may have been harmless or even necessary, but at your advanced age, they can become impediments to living a full and happy life. The reality is, this era of life is not about slowing down or giving up. Rather, it is about embracing a new type of freedom, a new era full of opportunity to live well and sensibly. Stopping these 7 things right now will set you on the path to regaining control of your life. you can reclaim the power of living with intention by choosing decisions that prioritize your pleasure, well-being, and liberty. Aging is not the end. Rather, it marks the beginning of a new chapter. A time to live with wisdom, self-care, and most importantly, pleasure. Whether it's the pleasure of meaningful conversation, the satisfaction of learning something new, or the comfort of intimacy, this time of life has enormous potential for fulfillment. So, embrace it. Take these lessons to heart and make this moment in your life as fulfilling, joyful, and rich as you deserve. As we conclude this video, I hope you found value in the lessons we offered about how to live life more completely as you age. These 7 behaviors, if left unchecked, can prevent you from having a truly happy and satisfying life. Now is the time to apply everything you've learnt to your path. What has had the greatest impact on you? Take a minute to reflect. What is one thing you learnt today that you plan to put into practice? We would love to hear from you, so please leave your opinions in the comments section below. Remember, it is never too late to regain your happiness and live a more purposeful, wise, and enjoyable life. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below and remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more stuff that will help you live your best life. Thank you for viewing, and we'll see you in our future video.